What's up, everyone? Welcome back to more college basketball content. I am going to cover the latest bracketology update. I apologize if I'm not talking as loud, so I boosted up the microphone volume audio, and I'm going to have my mouth as close to the microphone as possible, I guess. But, yeah, a lot's happened in the last week of college basketball, including earlier tonight. We'll break it all down using ESPN's bracketology update by Joe Lunardi. This came out yesterday morning. You can go to ESPN.com overall for it. Yeah, ready to, of course, get more content out there for you guys. I need to start picking up the slack on the recap videos. I haven't done one of those yet, so I'll make sure I get in week 4 recaps and then get down to business with other videos with college basketball. So let's get started. For the top overall seed is Purdue. Purdue will be ranked number 1 in the country on Monday. That is incredible for the first time in school history. I never knew this. I thought they were ranked number 1 before, but they never have. They've been ranked number 2 at some points. First time they've been ranked 2 since 1988. First team out, San Diego State. San Diego State just got their ass beat by Michigan today. They played some good defense, but they can't score real well. Then last team in is Wichita State. On the bubble teams, you have Oklahoma. In the last 4 byes, Oklahoma did beat Florida. That is a good win for them. St. Mary's, good defense. Louisville just barely beat Virginia Tech, but they're playing some good defense too. They get bigger when you play when they play defense with a 4, like in the perimeter. In West Virginia, they do have some playmakers on West Virginia. Last 4 in, Providence, who beat Texas Tech, made a comeback against them. San Francisco, watch out for San Francisco in the WCC this year. Wichita State, San Diego State. First 4 out, Utah State, Mississippi State, Maryland, St. John's. The news just came out yesterday that Mark Turgeon of Maryland stepping down, and interim head coach Danny Manning is going to step in. I wonder why Maryland has struggled this year. I don't know. Can't speculate too much. Next 4 out, Virginia, Oregon, Washington State, and Texas A&M. Washington State just lost a tough one to USC. I did pick Washington State to upset USC. Almost came to fruition, but got to give it to Washington State. Trying to play some really tough defense. As I talked about, I'm watching Washington State this year. They're a team that could be dangerous in the tournament a little bit. You never know. They need to get that offense clicking a little more in those kind of games. So here's your bracket, though. Baylor up to a 1 seed. Kansas down to a 2 seed. Houston's up to a 2 seed. Iowa State's new to the list. Providence and Wichita State are new in the bracketology. Louisville's new, and Grand Canyon's new. James Madison's new. San Francisco's new, of course. And Ohio's new. So we have a lot of additions. Harvard as well. Let's get to the picks. Oh, yeah. The bracketology layout, the format of this. This is what I was talking about in the last bracketology update. This is the more newer version I'm going to use for it, the layout. I customize this myself in Excel. I think it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get to the picks, though. Purdue is going to win the first game. 8 seed Florida State versus 9 Texas Tech. Florida State lost to Syracuse today. I have not liked Florida State this year. They have been highly disappointing. Texas Tech, though, can play some offense, but yeah, they blew it to Providence. UConn, UAB. UConn's got some bigs. I'll tell you what, UConn's got a damn good team right now. Sonogo's really good. One of my bigger concerns with UConn's foul trouble, but they have some great playmakers. Poly, R.J. Cole, great free throw shooting, by the way, too. Kentucky, Weber State. Can't wait to see Kentucky and SEC play. Oscar Tshiebwe is literally married to the glass. Not even a joke either. Wisconsin versus the winner of San Francisco, San Diego State to 6-11. I think Wisconsin wins either way. Wisconsin's been playing really good lately. They just beat Georgia Tech on the road. And they just beat Marquette today by 13. So Wisconsin really picking it up. Really are. 3 Arizona versus 14 Oakland. Got to go Arizona. I'm going to try and watch some Arizona basketball this year. I'm trying to watch a lot of these teams this year again, just like last year, try to gauge some things. Arizona's playing really good, though, under Tommy Lloyd. 7 Xavier versus 10 Colorado State. Almost said Oklahoma State. Whoops, I got so hooked on Oklahoma State with the Big 12 title again today. Oh, yeah, by the way, Oklahoma State today in football, very, very disappointing. Very disappointing today against Baylor. I'm going to take Xavier against Colorado State. I like Xavier more right now. They have a very tough team. They're very gritty. That's what I like about them. Kansas over Georgia State. Kansas did get upset by Dayton, but then they rebounded against, I think it was Iona. Purdue versus Texas Tech. Got to go Purdue. Purdue's just Jaden Ivey is just ridiculous. Like, he is such a fast guy. Like, he's everywhere. If you watched the game against Iowa last night, that dude was just all over the place. Zach Edey, Trevion Williams, trading places pretty much with the bigs. Big rotation. UConn, Kentucky, huge game. The veteran experience of Sheba with the rim protection, or should I say the overall inside game, and UConn's bigs. That's going to be a hell of a fight. I have to go with UConn, I guess. I don't know. That's literally a 50-50. If they meet in the tournament, that would be exciting. Wisconsin, Arizona. I could see Wisconsin winning, but I will take Arizona. Xavier and Kansas. I almost want to take Xavier because Kansas, my thing with Kansas is McCormick has to step it up. He hasn't, from what I've heard, McCormick, not quite all there with things. He's a huge part of the team. Xavier has their own style of play that can really throw teams off. I mean, Paul Scruggs can really drive into the lane. I mean, you got Jack Nungy. I'll take Kansas, but that's a close one. Purdue and UConn. Now, I talked about in the last update, Purdue. I had Purdue and UConn in the last one, the Sweet 16. I took Purdue, and I'll take Purdue still. But UConn could beat Purdue. UConn is not a team Purdue wants to face. Trust me. Arizona and Kansas, you know what? It's going to be risky to do this. I'm going to take Arizona, but I got to take Purdue to the Final Four. They really look like a Final Four team right now. I don't care about sales still being on. Please get off the screen. Oh, my goodness. I am sorry about that, folks. Oh, my gosh. We're going to go through this. Please ignore it. Let's go to the South region. Baylor versus James Madison. Baylor's going to win that game. Baylor's got a great backcourt. But here's my thing with Baylor. I feel like they'll be on a championship hangover possibly. But we'll see. My thing with, I got to say this real quick before I go any further. A lot of people want to take teams far the next year just because they went far one year. And they'll take them far the next year. A lot of the time, teams don't get very far next year. It happens. It's rare for a team to make multiple deep runs in a row like that, so you got to be careful with that. Virginia Tech, Marquette, 8-9. I'm going to go Marquette. I know they just got beat down in Wisconsin, but I like how they've shown, I don't know, that's a toss-up. Virginia Tech, they barely beat Maryland, then they just lost to Louisville. They're kind of hard to gauge. That's a toss-up. Ohio State, Loyola, Chicago. Loyola could beat Ohio State, but Loyola has a tendency to struggle to score. And Ohio State just knocked off Duke. I think Ohio State's figuring it out as we speak. I mean, they have some talent, don't get me wrong. Alabama, South Dakota State. I got to be honest with you guys. I thought Alabama was a joke, honestly, so far this year. But after watching them play against Gonzaga, I don't know, man. Alabama might be, honestly, one of the most dangerous. They have got to be one of the most dangerous teams right now. If you watched that game against Gonzaga earlier tonight, Shackelford, first off, was just ridiculous. And then you had Davidson, you had Ellis, Quinterly. This Alabama team's legit. They shoot the three a lot, and they will succeed in doing it. Alabama's fast as hell. On-ball defense is good. You know what? That Iona loss pissed them off. It did. I think it sure did. I'm going to take Louisville over LSU in the 11-6 upset. USC, Grand Canyon. USC, I'm not... Yeah, they'll be a 3 seed. That could be I'm not so sure about USC right now. I want to believe in them, but then I kind of don't. BYU, Oklahoma. BYU just lost to Utah Valley. But I'll take them, I guess. Oklahoma, I like to see them prove to me a little bit more. Every top 25 teams have a blip. Currently has a blip on the radar loss. We'll see. I mean, I call that just kind of like one loss that I don't know. But Houston over Campbell. Houston's been playing really well. Baylor, Marquette. Yeah, I could see Baylor losing to Marquette. I can't do it. I cannot take Baylor out right there. Ohio State and Alabama. You know what? I'm going to take Alabama after watching them play today. If Alabama, now here's the thing, you can't always perform like that well from the threes, but I'll tell you what, if Alabama keeps up some sort of consistency with that, geez, I would be not shocked if they made a deep run. Louisville, USC. I'm almost tempted to pick Louisville. I really am. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm shocked I'm doing that. Because when I record, I actually tried to record this video last night, but it didn't record, and I actually had USC here. But after kind of thinking about it more, I'm not trying to base it off of barely beating Washington State, but I think Louisville's capable of beating USC, to be honest. BYU, Houston. Now, BYU could win, but I'm going to take Houston. I think Houston's just too much on defense. Baylor, Alabama. I'm actually taking Alabama to knock out Baylor. That's a little shocking again, because when I tried to record this video last night, it didn't even record. But I had Alabama losing to Ohio State, but now I'm leaning towards Alabama a little bit. Houston, Louisville. I'm going to take Houston. I like Houston's offense better. Houston, Alabama. They actually face off on December 11th. They face off next Saturday. And I'm not sure who I'm taking in that game, Alabama or Houston. Right now for the Final Four, you know what? I'll take Alabama. It's a toss-up. It's a bracketology. Don't get too excited with me. Let's not get. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm having Alabama go this far. I really am. Like I said, that's a bracketology. It's real early in the season. Things are going to change over time. Duke over the playing game. We're in the East region now. 8 Seton Hall over 9 Indiana. IU getting the first win of the Big Ten. First Big Ten win of the season. IU has to cut down the turnovers. They're turning the ball over too much. I think Mike Woodson, though, will get this team more disciplined over time. IU can score when needed, too, so just want to let you just gotta be weary of IU's got some great qualities. They just have to cut down turnovers and shoot better from the free throw line. Florida, Ohio. Florida could lose this game. I mean, 12-5 upsets do happen. Almost at least one 12-seed wins every year. The last time a 12-seed did not win in the tournament, in a specific tournament, was in 2018. But I'm going to take Florida. Michigan State and Iona, impossible upset. Michigan State does have some younger talent. They do turn the ball over a lot, and they can. Oh, gosh, we got more interruptions. And Iona beat Alabama already. So Iona's capable of beating bigger teams. But I'll take Michigan State right now. Memphis and West Virginia, yeah, another team that turns over the ball so damn much. Memphis is such a joke right now. That's why I was talking about. They're a mystery. They're a huge mystery. They're, really young team. Arkansas, by the way, West Virginia has played. I don't know what the hell that was about, but West Virginia's been able to score. Chad Sherman leading the way there. Arkansas, Chattanooga. I have not seen Arkansas at their full potential yet. So we'll see. I would like to see a little bit more of them against stiffer competition. St. Bonaventure, Illinois. It don't matter. Illinois just blew out Rutgers. They absolutely beat them down. St. Bonaventure lost to Northern Iowa. That was a little strange. I will take Villanova, Vermont. Villanova's playing really good. They don't turn over the ball that much. Gillespie's a great leader on that team. Jermaine Samuels is playing well. Duke and IU. Now, I can see IU beating Duke. IU's physical. IU's a physical team. They have a stingy defense at times, but I will take Duke. A couple things I'm worried about with Duke, how young they are, and Paul Banchero's cramps. So I'll be careful about that. Florida, Michigan State. I'm going to take Michigan State because of the coaching experience. I think it lies with Izzo. He knows how to prepare for the tournament. West Virginia versus Arkansas. I will take Arkansas. And then I will take Villanova over Illinois. Duke and Michigan State. This will be an Elite Eight a rematch from the 2019 Elite Eight. I watched that game. I almost blew a gasket when Michigan State won because, kind of did blow a gasket watching the game. But Michigan State, I did correctly pick them to beat Duke. I'm going to take. I had Michigan State in the Elite Eight the last time. I will take Duke for now. Villanova, Arkansas. I'm going to go Villanova, and then I'm going to actually take Villanova to beat Duke. I just think the veteran experience of Villanova will carry them through. I feel like they're kind of destined a little bit, maybe, possibly. I feel like there's a few. You always get the sense of you kind of sense you'd be like, okay, you have a few teams on your mind that feel destined to make a run. Villanova, I feel like, could be one of them this year. Gonzaga, I will be honest with you guys. Gonzaga is concerning me because Gonzaga is known to play big on the inside. They really utilize the inside, especially with transitioning to Timmy. But when their inside stuff's not clicking, especially, their whole offense gets thrown off, and they really take a while to readjust. Like when they try to readjust, they look like they are, but then they're thrown off again. It throws off their whole offense. Throws off their whole scheme. Not shooting well from beyond the arc as of late, and then getting absolutely shredded on the inside. That was crazy. And Alabama's not the most sizable team, but what they used was speed. Speed does beat size eventually. Iowa, North Carolina, that would be a fun first round game. I'll take Iowa. Auburn versus Belmont. Belmont has not impressed me, actually. I will take Auburn. And then Texas, UC Irvine. I will take Texas. Michigan versus the winner of Providence at Wichita State. Michigan did get back on track in San Diego State, although I'm going to take Providence to upset Michigan State. Not only beat Wichita State, but also upset Michigan. I just call Michigan State. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. It's freaking almost midnight. I'm tired. I've been up for a little bit today. Tennessee, 3-seed Tennessee over Navy. Tennessee, of course, developing Kennedy Chandler especially. Tennessee does face Texas Tech on Tuesday in the Jimmy V Classic. I will be watching that game. Iowa State, St. Mary's. I am still not on the Iowa State train. They beat a Xavier team that was not healthy. They may have not been healthy. I don't know if that was the game they were missing 3 starters, but Iowa State beat a Memphis team that's just not really all there. And I like St. Mary's defense, so I will take St. Mary's. UCLA over Liberty. UCLA needs to get, I think his name's Cody Riley back, to add to that squad, their power. Gonzaga, Iowa. Boy, I'll tell you what, Gonzaga's just, the last couple of games have been concerning me with Gonzaga. I feel like they could go down early. Keegan Murray is going to put, I'll tell you what, Keegan Murray is going to cause problems with this Gonzaga team. Chet Holmgren is going to have problems containing. You got the backcourt. If Bohannon shoots well, Iowa can beat. Honestly, Iowa, I think, could beat almost anyone. That's scary to say that. The way they freaking played, though, I didn't like that too much. Yeah, you know what? I can't. I don't know if I could do it, though. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. We just did it, didn't we? I can't change it now. Auburn, Texas. I'm going to take Auburn. I need to see more from Texas before I even freaking consider them. Providence and Tennessee. Providence could beat Tennessee, but, Providence, for some reason, when they faced Texas Tech, they could not work on the inside at all. And Nate Watson had hardly anything going from him in the first half especially. I don't know. I feel like Tennessee's going to do a little better in this tournament. UCLA versus St. Mary's. UCLA could lose this game. I'll take UCLA, though. Iowa versus Auburn. Weird game. I'll take Auburn to the Elite Eight. I'm not so sure if Auburn's going to get that far. Because remember, the last time they played in the tournament, they got to the Final Four. So, who knows? You never know. They have the talent, I think, personally, to make a deep run. UCLA versus Tennessee. I'm going to take UCLA. I just like I like their team more. Okay. Oh, great. I got more mail notifications we get. Okay. Cool, bro. Auburn, UCLA. Auburn can't do this again from being a 5 seed. I'm going to take UCLA. I'm shocked I even took Auburn to the freaking Elite Eight in the first place, but Yeah, it is what it is. Just yeah. Purdue versus Alabama. I'm gonna take Purdue. That would be kind of insane if Purdue and Alabama met in the tournament. I think Alabama would have a shot at beating Purdue, but I just think Purdue's just strong. They're a real strong team. Villanova, UCLA, a rematch. You know what? I'm going to take Villanova to get revenge on UCLA, which would set up a freaking hell of a national championship between Purdue and Villanova. And you know what? This will be a rematch as well, and I'm going to take Villanova to get revenge. So right now, Villanova's my national champion, but we'll see, though. Never know what you're going to get. But thank you guys for watching this video. Really appreciate your guys' time, though, checking out the stuff. And I'll have my next bracketology update video for you guys next Friday. I'll see you guys then. And of course, stay tuned for picks on Tuesday, the 7th, overall for Week 5 picks and more stuff with college basketball. I'll see you guys again next time.